Many rumors have been suggesting that the GTX 1180 will be a lot more expensive than the 10 series, but is that actually true? Welcome to Hari's Hobbies. So starting off, many people are suggesting that the GTX 1100 series will be a lot more expensive than the 10 series because Nvidia still has a lot of inventory of the 10 series, so they're suggesting that Nvidia will price the 11 series higher in order for it to still make sense to buy the 10 series after the 11 series comes out. But here's the thing, Nvidia is already getting rid of their inventory as soon as possible by offering really great discounts on their 10 series, which are going on right now. We're seeing prices that we've never seen before. For example, right now, you can get a GTX 1080 for $445. So clearly, there's no need to price the GTX 1180 at a price range of $800 to $1,000 for it to still make sense to buy the GTX 1080. The GTX 1180 can simply come out for the same MSRP as the GTX 1080 at $700 and it would still make sense to buy both cards. Besides, by now, Nvidia has most likely already sold all their 10 series cards to retailers, so it's not even their problem anymore. So they would much rather prefer to boost the sales of the 11 series instead of ensuring okay or good sales on the 10 series. Plus, the excess inventory of the 10 series has already led to a delay in the launch of the 1100 series, so I doubt they're going to delay it and overprice the 11 series in order to get rid of the 10 series inventory. They have already postponed the launch of the 1100 series by a month, and I think that was enough for them to get rid of all that extra 10 series inventory by offering really great discounts on them. So there's really no need for them to price it so high. Secondly, many of you guys are suggesting that the new GDDR6 memory will increase the cost of the 1100 series because of the difference in price between GDDR6 and GDDR5X and 5 memory. Now, this is a valid point, but it is not going to lead to massive price hikes. There may be a little premium across the board for the 1100 series over the 10 series, maybe up to $50, but it is not going to be crazy high and I really doubt that it'll be over $50 premium. Next, it is being suggested that Nvidia will run out of stock of the 11 series right as it launches because of all the demand put on the 1100 series and that prices will increase because of that. Well, here's the thing. Nvidia already delayed the launch of the 1100 series by 1 month because of the excess inventory of the 10 series. And plus, rumors suggest that GP102 production, which is what they use for the 10 series cards, already stopped way back in February. So they have had more than enough time to produce enough cards to meet market demand. And Nvidia definitely knows how much hype is surrounding the 1100 series. So if the 1100 series still goes out of stock, it really was on purpose by Nvidia in order to get more hype surrounding the 1100 series to make it seem like it's hard to get. Hopefully Nvidia doesn't do that, but even if they did and we were seeing stock issues, it wouldn't be as bad as you may think. For example, the 8700K launched for an MSRP of $370 and there was instantly stock issues, and this led the price to go up to $415, so a little over 10% increase. And plus, this is only temporary and it came back to $370 just 2 months after its release. So really, it would just be a temporary increase in the price for a little bit of time and then it will return back to normal. A lot of you guys definitely like to see the review videos of these cards before buying them, so hopefully by the time that you are ready to buy, this issue has completely subsided. So if the GTX 1100 series comes out next month just like expected and we are seeing stock issues, then they will definitely be rectified by the holiday season of this year, and the holiday season is pretty much the best time to buy a GPU and we shouldn't be seeing any problems right there. Finally, many of you guys are suggesting that Nvidia will price the 1100 series a lot higher than the 10 series because they have no competition from AMD and they really have a monopoly right now. But just because they have a monopoly doesn't mean that they can price it however they want, because no competition doesn't mean that people are willing to spend more on a GPU. Instead, they'll just opt for a lower level GPU. And lower level GPUs produce less profit for Nvidia, and as a result, in the end, it really wouldn't benefit them. For example, let's say that Nvidia made $30 for every 1150 they sold and $50 for every 1160 they sold. They definitely make a lot more money than that, but this is just for example's sakes. So let's say 500 people bought 1160, then Nvidia would make $25,000. Now, let's say that they increase the price of the GTX 1160 by 40%. Now they would be making $70 per unit. However, A lot of people will now not be able to afford the GTX 1160, and most people will actually opt for the GTX 1150 because a 40% price increase is quite a bit. So now there'll be like 300 people who opt to buy the 1150 and only 200 people who go with the 1160. 300 times 30 plus 200 times 70 would come out to $23,000. So they're actually making less money here. Clearly, it is not that simple and there's a lot more factors to consider. However, in the end, the same principle applies. By pricing mid-level cards higher, they are really not going to make that much more money. Plus, in the long run, this type of pricing scheme would affect brand loyalty and make them seem greedy, so I really doubt that Nvidia is going to do that. So overall, considering all of that, in my opinion, I do not think the 1100 series will be over $50 more than their 10 series counterparts. But that's just what I think. What do you guys think? How much do you think the 1100 series cards will cost, and do you think it's worth it? Make sure to comment down below what you guys think, because I do read all my comments and I'm curious as to what you guys think, so make sure to post your thoughts. Also, if you guys like this video, then make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos just like this one. But until then, I'm Hari, and I'll see you guys on the next one.